Okay, so y'all already know what time it is. It's crybaby time. I'm real emotional this morning, y'all. Today is September 12th. Child, I've been up for a while. I be getting eye boogers just all day. It don't have to be just in the morning. But anyways, y'all, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted because of Ro, the lady who got hit with a brick, and seeing men just drag her down. Like, it's exhausting. But I'm not even going to get into that because you already know, like, I'm not even going to get into that. But the reason that is exhausting me so much is because I'm in a situation where, as y'all know, like, earlier this year, like, right at the beginning of the spring, I allowed myself to foolishly, blindly, innocently fall in love with someone who I felt was feeling mutual feelings towards me. This person seemingly rearranged their lives to fit me in it, and my life was already, at my disposal for me to set it up however I want. But, over the months, things started to change, and I realized, like, that openness that I thought was there, it started to dwindle so much, so drastically. Like, I was, I'm just going to name the person because you already know who it was. I was, Tondi, me and him are still friends and everything. We're still cool. But, I realized over the past, as months went by, that he became so guarded towards me and just like guarded and emotionally unavailable. And, he's gone through a lot personally and with his family. And I think the changes that he started to go through just kind of got the best of him, And the issue I found that we are having now is that he is unable to like step to the plate, and I'm not sure if I'm wanting it to be in my timing or if it's going to happen at all, but it just feels like every opportunity that he has to prove himself, the only time he showed up with confidence is when it was money involved, when I was just out of town with my family and I may have needed some extra monetary support for like Uber and food and just all this extra shit that was going on. Because I didn't get paid until like halfway through being there. A day before I left, which wasn't all that helpful. But I'm saying that to say, without money, I'm not sure how much this person values himself. And I loved on him, all the parts of him, his quietness, his meditative nature, his ability to be quick when it was time to balance out whatever he may have wanted. And I feel like when it comes to me, or every time it came to me, I'm not sure how swift or eager he was to choose me. And the fact that he wanted me, like, for example, like, he would be trying to tear himself away from his family because they were maybe demanding too much of his time. And they would call and, oh, what are you doing? And he would lie like, oh, I'm taking care of this, or I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But we were out having like an amazing time. And instead of saying, oh, me and Deja, me and Zen are having this adventure, we're out having an adventure, he would lie and say he was working, and that quickly allowed me to realize, like, okay, this person does not feel like their time is theirs. Like, they don't feel free, and that started becoming an issue for me. And what became more of an issue is when I tried to figure out the root of his issues, not so I can berate him, not so that I can force him to change, so that I can understand as a partner and as a friend how to be there for him and love him better, to not only protect myself and what I feel like I'm expecting, but also just to not pressure him, So I feel like I can't honestly say that I showed up in this relationship fully ready, fully trying every issue that came up. I was ready. Each time I felt like he wasn't defending me or he wasn't being honest with me about what he shares with other people regarding us. Like, Y'all, I'm just sitting here feeling like I just got played, you know? Like I just wasted all my time. Not saying he was being a malicious person, just saying like I'm not sure. I feel like he was always banking on me not wanting much from him, like, or something. And I just feel like I wish I just would have knew that. You know, I think honestly at this point, I feel like it's kind of like my fault because I accepted what I saw was happening or what things were becoming. Like, but every time I tried to move away or set a boundary, he would almost like manipulate to make me not want to leave and not set a certain boundary that would limit the time and activities we would do together and the feelings that would develop. It's like he wanted to experience, like he literally came in, it's like, I'm not a player, not a ladies man, but it's almost like he still acted that way. It's like he acted that way, but said off the bat, like, that's not what I'm here for. And even when he said it, that was a red flag for me. I just should have just, like, y'all, I just feel emotional. You know, I've been letting this relationship go for the past couple weeks. I'm not gonna lie, it's like fucking me up. Like, I just don't want to do it anymore. Like, I'm over here having thoughts I never really had before. Like, now all of a sudden, like, now, should I date white men? Like, I feel like my ancestors have sent me plenty of white men who have wanted to be emotionally open with me and love me and take care of me. But I always felt like they always had this secret agenda or something that they wanted from me, like all this emotional labor and stuff like that. Not every single time, but most of the time. And it's just like, I don't know. And I don't have time for the confusion. I just want to live my life and be free and be me and do what I want to do and not have somebody promise me the world or promise me to make me a priority and then just snatch it all from underneath me, you know? This hurts, y'all. So I just want y'all to know this. I'm about to get back on like with doing readings and making our videos and stuff. But I was out of town with my family for a week. I just got back yesterday. I'm getting my house together. So, you know, I have a lot of little projects that I'm working on and things that I want to do for myself. I have so much that I have to do that I now have to do on my own. Like, I went from having him be here with me and help me walk when I couldn't walk and help me cook when I couldn't stand and take me to my appointments because I don't have the energy or the money to like really even get myself to these places on my own. And he literally promised to be there for me and then just took it all back. And then now he's trying to like, I feel like breadcrumb me now. It hurts so much. It hurts so much. And I don't even have anyone to talk to about it that I can trust. So I'm just telling you guys. I feel really stupid, but I know that I'm not because I needed to like grow and have a real experience that showed me that I am healing and I was ready to love, you know. Fuck. Yeah, I'm sorry. I told y'all this is gonna be a crybaby video, but I didn't think I would be like full on boo-hooing, but hey. So what I'm doing right now is allowing myself a little bit of time to process emotions. I have a lot I have to do today, and he told me he would help me yesterday. He actually came and picked me up from the airport and took me home, which meant a lot to me because I've never had anybody like, you know, every concert, every graduation, every fucking event, travel, I've never had somebody pick me up, take me home, drop me off. I think I lied. My high school graduation, we went like out to eat after, and that's the only reason I even had a fucking ride home. Because every other event that I've had wasn't no ride home. I had to, you know, find a way on my own and feel like, and I used to have so many dreams, like, that would remind me of that feeling. I hated that feeling until eventually I fixed it and healed it by just taking care of myself. If I got from a flight, and I don't care if I had a big suitcase and a big ass bag, I would take my ass to the fucking train or to the bus if I didn't have enough money for Uber. And I just handled that situation by showing up for myself and transporting myself and being there for myself and anticipating my own needs. So I'm grateful that he was able to show up and pick me up. But I felt like I almost feel like it was because it was like ego or something. I feel like he did it to I feel like I'm being manipulated. Like he's giving me false promises and hoping that I hang on to the bullshit because he knows I don't have anyone else. And I think that is what hurts the fucking most out of this whole fucking thing. Whoo, shit. Earth is a doozy. Relationship building is a fucking doozy. You know? I still don't have many people in my corner that are securely with me, but I don't even care. I'm grateful for the entities and the individuals that are in my corner. Maybe y'all can't be here physically right next to me, but y'all are here, and I'm so grateful for that. Like, I don't think y'all know how much that means to me. It means so much to me. It hurts bad. He told me yesterday that he would come and take me to this dentist school where I'm getting my wisdom teeth extracted, because I have to get on that ASAP so that I can get it done. And he asked about it. He seemed so interested and attentive, and I'll be there to help you, and tomorrow we'll talk about our trips and da-da-da. And 10 o'clock rolls around this morning and I didn't hear from him. And usually when he's serious about something, he'll call or text early, you know. I called him and he's like, oh, I was just texting you. And I'm like, texting me? You weren't calling me? But, you know, it's okay. And he's just like, yeah, I don't know if I'll be, you know, available to 1 or 2. The I don't know is a problem, right? Because I have to do things on a time schedule. This is medical stuff, okay? I can't roll around possibly around 3 people leaving their damn offices by that time. I can't do that, right? He knows that. But just 2 weeks ago, he was telling me how I'm a priority and I'm the priority in his life outside of himself. Now, all of a sudden, he doesn't know if he can help today, but he still's going to come by later if I'm open to that. That feels like such a fucking slap in the face, G. Like, I deserve so much more. I told him, because the only reason I even said what I'm about to say is because we're still trying to work on a friendship, a businessship, a partnership. So I'm like, yeah, if you want to come over later, if I have enough energy, like I'm super down for that, because he was supposed to move a song for me, a track from Logic to Soundtrap for me so that I can work on it, because I'm still learning how to use Logic. And he was supposed to do that last time he came over, but after we did some errands and came back to chill out, he started getting touchy-feely. And because I love him so much and I'm so attracted to him, like, I went through with those vibes, but now I retracted that, because I'm like, I can't allow us to be sexual with one another because I can't handle that emotionally. You know, you're not being consistent. I can't handle that emotionally, you know? This fucking sucks. So I'll let y'all know how things develop when some time goes by, what I learned, blah, blah, blah. Until then, just know that your girl is doing her best, okay? So I love y'all, and I'll let y'all know what's going on later. Thank you for listening. Peace. Oh yeah, and I also want to share this really weird thing that happened last night. So last night I was sleeping, right? So deeply, so soundly. I was dreaming and everything. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, I just automatically woke up, like just woke straight up out of a dead sleep. Then I heard a crash and I was really scared for a second, because if you know me, you know that I've dealt with stalkers. I've dealt with abusive exes who are literally psycho, who have tried to harm me and find me and break in and all kinds of weird shit. So I was terrified, but I just laid there and I listened. I was like, what is that? So After a couple seconds passed and I didn't hear any more noise, I got up to go check out what the sound was. And y'all, while my damn shower rod just fell off the damn wall. And I just think it's interesting that just a couple seconds before it happened, I woke up before it happened. I woke up and then it happened. I woke up, a few seconds passed, like 5 seconds passed, and then it just fell down. That's so crazy to me, and I just really wonder like what that means. Like a reader said something recently about like I think it was Tierra's tarot, and saying like, okay, if things are falling down or blah, 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 that is indicative of like towers falling around you. So yesterday, sometimes I'm dropping shit and I'm picking it up like a ninja. Like I'm catching shit like a ninja. Sometimes I'm fumbling shit and it seems like when I'm doing that, it's like all day. Everything's falling. Everything's getting dropped on the floor. Yesterday was one of those days and I just feel like towers are happening because yesterday it was all good. I'm like, okay, we're friends, me and Tandi. I visited my family. I'm at a good place with my family. You know, I'm loving them from a distance. That's my decision, blah, blah, blah. Me and Tiny, we're all right. We're friends. We're setting boundaries, reclaiming our life, blah, blah, blah. This is great. This is good. The towers felt like they was falling. Shit was falling around me and I'm dropping shit and this happened. And today, this stuff happened that I just told you guys about. And I didn't tell you, but I'm also going to include this right now, that I actually text him right after I made that video, and I just decided to share with him my anger because he messaged me and was just like, he went from like, I want to see you, I want to you know, I want to see you tonight when I'm off, like we should hang out, blah blah blah. That pissed me off. I'm like, you said you would help me today go for my errands, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna be patient, I'm gonna be considerate, cool, I'm gonna take care of my stuff myself and we can hang later, you know, get some work done, just kind of enjoy some lighthearted vibes. So it helps us build our friendship, right? So I also told him in that same message, when I said what I just said about hanging out, you know, getting some work done, lighthearted vibes, but I was like, just so you know though, I don't want us to have sex again, I can't handle it emotionally, blah blah blah. Now, all of a sudden, he texts me back, oh, I'm going to let you know what I got going on later tonight. When men have said that to me in the past, they've always been players, always trying to break from me, always trying to give me the last, you know, the shitty end of the stick, right? And I just caught that vibe from him instantly. I got so pissed and I just told him, like, you know what? I don't want to see you. I don't think I want to see you again. Like, I don't know who you are anymore. I don't know what this is anymore. I don't know what this treatment is that you are giving me. Like, I don't feel loved or respected. I don't feel like you're being consistent. I told him that. He listened to the message immediately and kept it. All the other messages that we've had, every time I call him, he don't answer the phone. Every time I message him, he don't answer it back for like hours later. Like, I'm just done, y'all. So y'all have seen me in this process. Y'all seen me, how I glowed and how I was ready, how I showed up before. But today, September 12th, I have decided to move on because I cannot go backwards with someone who I felt was forward. You know, like God sent me this gift to go forward with, and now this person is just like not coming anymore. For whatever reason, but all I know is they don't love me enough or love themselves enough to continue forward with me. So I let it go and I cried it out and I'm feeling a lot better. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it there. I just wanted to share that little bit with y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all again. Peace.